Namaste. Welcome. Welcome to my heart. Welcome to our Sunday meditation. Let us begin today by turning inward for a meditation together. If you will focus your attention at the sun center or focus your attention upon the altar. O great Spirit, saints and sages of all times, of all places. O ye path makers of old, beloved gurus of the holy Kriya lineage, most beloved Lord divine in all of your names and all of your forms, from the past, the present, and the future. Namaste. May our time today be blessed. May we uplift and ascend. May we vivify every cell of our being with thy presence. Focusing your attention at the sun center, the point between your eyes. Take 3 long, deep breaths. Inhaling to a full chalice and exhaling. And again. And yet again. Filling every cell of your being with vitality and strength. Using the sipping breath, inhale, pulling the energy from the limbs of your body to the trunk of your body. Now pull the energy from the trunk of the body to the spinal column. And from the base of the spine, pull the energy up to the sun center. Move that energy as a golden ball of light out in front of you, about 2 feet or so. Sweep around to the left, behind, and to the side. Encase your entire being in this golden light. And wrap it 3 times. Expand that golden light. And now ascend upward. Beyond the room that you are in, of the building you are in, of the city. Ascend above the continent. Keep ascending as high as you are able into the solar system, beyond the solar system, ascending to the high realms. Reaching the high place, sit, find a meditation spot in the grove of the meditators. Keeping the mind centered at the sun center, begin to watch your breath, allowing the inhalation and the exhalation of the breath to come of its own accord. On the next inhalation of the breath, continue to focus the attention at the sun center, focusing on your Ajna chakra as if it is a high definition screen. It is. For what you hold there, you manifest upon the earth. Now see coming forth upon this screen the form of life that at this moment is most beautiful to you. No human, but an object, a form of beauty. See it projecting forth. Breathe your breath into this object of beauty, this form of beauty. Vivify the form with thy breath. Bring that form of beauty closer to your sun center, to the bindu of the sun center. Bring it above your spinal column. Touch the form of beauty. Smell the form of beauty. Taste the form of beauty. Hear the voice of the form of beauty. Hear the sound. Continue to breathe and vivify the form of beauty with thy breath. Seeing this form of beauty clearly in your mind's eye, feeling its presence in your mind's eye. Sharpen your attention, bring it to one pointedness. As the form of beauty is above your spinal column, and as you breathe, feel that form of beauty dissolving down your spinal column, a golden dewdrop of Ananda. Feel the light of the beauty dissolving down your spine. Filling your spinal column. Filling the sesamonic channel, radiating forth that which thou art. Allow the beauty to permeate into every cell of your being, into the trunk of your body, the limbs of your body. Allow it to radiate forth. As you inhale, inhale the beauty. As you exhale, exhale the beauty. Inhaling the beauty, exhaling the beauty. Holding your focus at the sun center, continuing to feel that beauty flow down your spinal column. The object dissolve into your spinal column. And add to this sound of Om, softly chanting as the beauty flows to your spine and out to every cell of your being and radiates out onto the earth. Softly chant the Om. 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 Take the Om into the silence, continuing to feel that form of beauty dissolving in a never-ending stream down your spinal column, out to the trunk of your body, to the limbs of your body, and radiating forth with the Om into the entire universe. Feel that beauty radiating forth from your sun center as far as you are able to see in the golden light of Om. 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 The mind begins to wander, bring it back to the form of beauty, melting down your spinal column, melting as golden ice, golden light, golden light down the spine, through the trunk, out through the limbs, and out into the universe. As you inhale, you are vivifying the form of beauty. As you exhale, you are radiating that forth. You are vivifying the Om to carry forth. Keep the mind focused at the sun center. Allow the form of beauty now to completely dissolve away down your spinal column. Inhaling deeply, filling that form of beauty, feeling it filling your spine, the trunk of your body, and every cell of your limbs, every cell of your aura, and radiating that forth into the world, into the universe, sending forth thy blessings. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Om shanti, shanti, shanti. Om shanti, shanti, shanti. Om. Namaste. Thank you for the blessings of your presence and for the blessings of your meditative energies this morning. Perhaps you have heard the story of young yogi and the mind monsters. Young yogi lived in a very, very magical land. The north of the land had the highest mountains on all of Mother Gaia, the Himalayas. The south of the land touched the beautiful oceans. And in between, there were dancing elephants and rickshaws and great monkeys swinging from the trees, cows wandering through the streets, great gurus teaching in the temples, and Mother Ganga running from the north to the south. It was a wonderful place. And young Yogi, he was a very happy boy. He lived in a family with Yogini Mama and Yogi Papa, and all was well in his world. He had a little parrot that lived with him, a little stuffed parrot, only it wasn't really a stuffed parrot. Everybody thought it was, but it was really real. His name was Papagayo. Everything was fine until young Yogi had been here about 7 years. And one morning, he woke up. And he began to feel uncomfortable, anxious, worried, nervous, feelings he'd never felt before. He went through the day. He didn't like it very much, but didn't say anything. Nighttime came. Young Yogi went to bed. And he had the experience that I bet you've had once or twice. I know I did, when I was just his age. Young Yogi went to sleep. And all of a sudden, in the middle of his sleep, he wakes up. And as he wakes up, he sees the shadows on the wall. And he hears the rustling in the closet. And he thinks he sees the monsters coming down the hallway. He can hardly breathe. He grabs Papagayo. Wake up, Papagayo. The monsters are here. The monsters are here. And Papagayo's like, what? Young Yogi could stand it no more and cried out, Mama, Papa, help me. Mama wakes up, Papa wakes up, and they come in the room and they say, little Yogi, what is the matter? What's wrong? Oh, the monsters were here. They're in the closets. They're in the hall. Can't you see them up in the light in the corner? No, little Yogi. No. Those are the mind monsters, my dear. Those are not real. They're the monsters of your mind. I don't like them, and I'm afraid, and I don't think I'm ever going to be able to sleep again, ever again. Even Papagayo woke up. I really don't like these things. And where did they come from? They haven't been here before, and they were kind of all day with me. They were making me nervous and worried, and I didn't like that. I've never felt like that before. What can I do? What can I do? Papa says, little Yogi, they're just the thoughts that rise in your mind. They're just the thoughts. Well, Papa, I've been here 7 years and they've never come before. I don't know why they showed up now, but send them back. Send them back. Oh, Mama looks at him and says, well, little Yogi, tomorrow morning, we're going to teach you about the thoughts. The thought monsters, the mind monsters. We're going to teach you about those. And then we'll teach you what to do. You're on your way to becoming a yogi. You're on your way to filling the destiny of your mind. The destiny of your life, excuse me. The destiny of your life. Controlling your mind, little yogi, everything will be fine. He grabs onto Papagayo very tight, holding him, Papagayo whispers, don't be afraid, don't be afraid. I'll protect you. It's just fine. And together they try to sleep, and very fitfully the rest of the night. Next morning, early on, Mama and Papa get up and they give Papagayo his breakfast and little Yogi his breakfast. They sit down to talk. Now, little Yogi, you need to know these mind monsters, they're monsters, but you can categorize them. You can tame your mind. You don't have to worry about them. Categorize them. Oh, isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Yes, there are mind monsters that are true. There are mind monsters that are false. There are mind monsters that are make-believe. There are mind monsters that are memories. And then there are the mind monsters that arise in the sleep. So, what happens? Well, what do you mean? There are mind monsters that are true. Where do these come from? How do I know if they're true? We know they're true if they come from a trusted source, his father says. And the little boy says, oh, you mean like Mr. Shiva, my teacher at school, or like you, Mama, or you, Papa? Yes, that's right. That's right, son. That's right. Now, you and I know that to find a trusted source, to know if a thought is true or a thought is false, it's not so easy. It's not the easiest thing in the world, right? But you must know where the source of your thoughts are arising from. Thoughts are immortal. Thoughts are eternal. They only rise if you are relative to them. What are you relative to? Mama and Papa asked little Yogi. Now, the second thought is a false thought. But a thought can be false and look like it's true. And with that, in comes Pascal, the monkey. Comes in the window and says, my turn, my turn. Come with me, little Yogi, come with me. And off they go to the forest. And they stop just outside of the forest and they see Mr. Naga, Mr. Snake, lying in the ground. And Pascal says, show him, show little Yogi, show him. And Naga the snake smiles his smiles, curls up, curls round, 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 and buries his head in the center of the curl. Pascal the monkey says, close your eyes, little Yogi, close your eyes. Now open them. And what do you see? Well, it looks like a coil of rope. It looks like a coil of rope. What's the big deal? It looks like a coil of rope. And with that, Naga lifts his head and smiles his smile and says, aha, c'est moi. Not a coil of rope. Snake the Naga. And if you think I'm a coil of rope, can you forget the poison that is within me? And you come too close. I can reach out and grab your mind and hold you paralyzed. That is the image. That is the thought that we think is true, but it is false. It is mistaking one thing for another. Very careful one must be. The filters that we put on our minds, blind to what is true and what is false. The filters that we put on our mind will give us an illusion that one thing is something different than it is. And off Pascal the monkey, bowing to Naga the snake, goes back, holding little Yogi's hand and says, let's go. Let's play. And they go to lie in a field next to the house. And Pascal the monkey does exactly what he's been told. Lays on his back. You've done this, I know, played this game. And he looks up at the sky and he says, oh, little Yogi, look, there's the chariot with Lord Rama riding across the sky. And little Yogi says, no, 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 I see the sword thundering from the distance. Pascal says, oh no, I see the king of the monkeys, Lord Hanuman, there. No, 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 no. How can that possibly be Lord Hanuman and Lord Rama in the chariot? How can that possibly be the thunderbolt? And then they see dancing across the sky, the monkeys. They see dancing across the sky, the dancing fairies. And after a few moments, they close their eyes and rest. And in a minute, they remember. They open their eyes and they see it is clouds they have been looking at. But the clouds have been formed in such a way, their imagination, they have pretended, and they thought it was real. They thought that Lord Rama was in the sky, that Lord Hanuman was in the sky, that their neighbor was there, and it was real. Now, the fourth mind trick that little Yogi's parents wanted to tell him about required Pascal the monkey to take little Yogi back. And they sat with Mama and Papa. Pascal, Mama, Papa, Papagayo, the parrot. Mama says, do you all remember last night? Oh yes, I could. The monsters were here. The monsters were here. The monsters were here, Mama. How could you even bring that up? The monsters were here. I'm never going to sleep again. Never going to sleep again. The monsters are here now. That's the lesson. That's the lesson. The fourth mind monster, the fourth mind trick, the memory, the memory. Tell me about those monsters, little Yogi, Mama says. Oh, those monsters. Oh, those monsters. My goodness, there was one that just was so bright and red. It had big eyes and big hands, 100,000 hands, and it was going to reach out and grab me and eat me. See, the memory. The memory exaggerates, little Yogi. You exaggerated. You exaggerated. You took an event that happened. It was from your mind, the mind monster, and you made it even worse by taking it and emphasizing one part, the part that you feared the most. I see. I see. I see. All right, well, you told me there's only 5. Now what's next? Sleep. The mind monsters that arise in sleep. And these we call nightmares. They wake us up and we feel that they're so real. We can feel them. Our heart beats fast when we wake up. The blood is racing. There's fear coursing through the mind and every cell of the body. The nightmare. The nightmare. It can also be the beautiful dream. But the monster is the nightmare. The monster is the nightmare. So what has to be done? What should be done? What attracts these things? Well, the attraction comes, Mama and Papa told little Yogi, the attraction comes when you're careless. You know, when you don't pay attention, like when you're walking to school and you're singing and dancing and walking down the path and you don't see the ditch in front of you and you stumble and fall. You know what that's like. You may not be walking down the street. You may be like I am, walking in the Arboretum and not see the hole to fall in on the path, twist an ankle here and there. Sickness. Sickness is the next obstacle for the mind monsters. The mind monsters are attracted when the body is sick, when the body is weak, when the body is not feeling well. The mind monsters are attracted by doubt. I know this is a little aside, but Swami Pranananda used to say all the time, stop wobbling, stop wobbling, stop wobbling. Just stand still. Doesn't matter where you stand, just stand still and stop wobbling. And I am thinking that Mama and Papa Yogini will tell little Yogi the same thing. Don't wobble. Don't wobble. One thing, one pointedness. Being lazy. Being lazy. Oh, I really don't want to do that right now. Yes, I know I should wash the dishes. I'll leave them till tomorrow. Oh, I know I should do the laundry. I'll leave it till Tuesday. Oh, I know I should pick that up and put it away. Next time I walk by, maybe somebody else will take care of it. The mind monsters. The mind monsters. Arise in the mind. The mind monsters arise when you fail to give your full attention. When you fail to give your full attention to what you are doing. So step by step, one thing at a time, Mama and Papa told little Yogi, and we are learning from them. One thing at a time, one step at a time. Now there's magic that they told him about. Magic, and that is focusing on one thing at a time. Sharing like we did this morning in our beginning. Sharing kindness, sharing love, sharing beauty with each other. This is what neutralizes the mind monsters, makes them go away. They go to sleep. They go live someplace else. Now, in their final lesson of the day, Mama and Papa turned to Pascal the monkey and Papagayo, parrot who could talk and was alive, and said, take little Yogi up to the meadow and let him hear the sounds in the meadow. And so they flew up with no effort to the meadow of happiness. And as they flew to the meadow of happiness and arrived, it was just beautiful. It was so beautiful. There was light everywhere. There were flowers on the ground. The trees were big and blossoming with flowers and leaves. The wind was just perfectly wonderful. The sky was as blue as you could want. The sun shone. The moon was there. It was a beautiful place, the meadow of happiness. And so they lay down, they sat down, and they became quiet. And they heard what is that sound? Little yogi asked Pascal, his guide, Pascal the monkey. That, my beloved friend, that little yogi, that is the oming gales, the beautiful birds, the oming gales. And they sing continually. They never stop. From the moment they are born until the moment they leave this meadow and go on to their next life, they sing. One word, one word. Om. The birds, they chanted Om, 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 Om. Om, 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 Om. Pascal the monkey said, see, little yogi, if you too sing the sound of the oming gales, your mind will become one, and all the mind monsters will go away. They will be gone. All the mind monsters will be gone. There will be no more. For you see, Papagayo, the mind monster, Papagayo, the monkey, Papagayo knew the mind monsters. Papagayo knew how to tame the mind monsters. And you see, we often think of the mind monsters as being led by Lord Hanuman. The monkeys symbolize the mind monsters, the mind that goes this way and that way and this way and that way, the mind that creates the world in which you are living. That great mystical saying, rub, 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 rub. No mind, no mirror. What then is this? And how do you rub? You rub, my beloved, by chanting with the oming gales, singing with the oming gales, radiating forth your kindness, your love, taking the beauty that you are part of in all of the world, taking that beauty and radiating it forth with the oming gales, making this the song of your life, and letting go, just like little yogi had to do, just like he was being taught to do. And as they went back to Mama and Papa, and as his bird was clenched closely to him. His bird, his ability to communicate, his ability to sing. His beloved bird, Pascal. He went back to them and he had learned, he knew, one more lesson, Papa said. You must practice. You must practice. Your grandpapa, your grandmama, your mother, your teacher, Professor Shiva, we all have to practice. And this you too must do, little yogi. And so I say to you today, what is there for us to do? To see that we are not these thoughts, to see that just like little yogi, was walking along just fine in his world. And one day he began to believe that he was the thoughts that he was thinking. It didn't happen to him always. He didn't know it always, but one day that happened. Neti, neti, neti. One day it happened to you, one day it happened to me, and we began to believe. Let go of that belief. It is very harmful. It is very, very harmful. Some of the greatest illness in the world, some of the greatest difficulties in the world come from believing that you are your thoughts. Sickness comes from believing that you are your thoughts. Disharmony, discord, from believing that your thought is more important than the other person's thought, and so it is fine and right for you to be rude and cruel. Neti, 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 neti. Listen to the oming gales. Let go of those mind monsters. And remember being a child. I do remember very clearly in the bedroom, lying in the bed, waking up in the middle of the night, and praying that those monsters would go away, being sure that those monsters would go away, being sure that if I kept praying, they would go away, otherwise they were going to come right down the hall and something bad was going to happen to me. Never did, never did. And in time, they went away. Do something. As a child, 4 and 5 years old, you may not know what else to do. Call upon anyone that you think will help you. Your parrot that talks to you, the parrot that whispers in your ear and echoes back your thoughts, your friend the monkey who represents your monkey mind, or those trusted sources of wisdom in your life. And I say this to you now with the greatest respect. The trusted source in your life must become the wisdom that emanates forth from your sun center, from your meditation, from the quietude of your meditation, not from the emotionality of the mind, not from the loud voices, not from the arguing and the chaos and the chocos. No, not from that. From the quiet balanced point of your mind. It is from there that the wisdom will come forth, that you will be able to see, this is the right action. And then always to do what the master says, what Sri Shali Ji and Sri Swami Pranananda said. Check it out, validate it. You think that's the right way to go? Well, did you take it into your dreams? You think that's the right way to go? Did you sit quietly and go back into your meditation? You think that's the right way to go? Did you throw the ruins? Did you check the I Ching? Did you check the Tarot? Did you look at your horoscope? And if you're really brave and you have a guru, did you ask your guru? That's the last thing on the list. We must learn to stand on our own 2 feet, to lift to turn inward to your own wisdom. Radiate that beauty. Bring forth every day that beauty that thou art, and radiate it forth, because as thou does that, as you do that, you are radiating and encasing yourself in the beauty that is within you. You are seeing that you are not this. You are seeing that you are not this. You are seeing that you are not the wrinkles that come up on the body. You are not this, nor are you the thoughts that rise in this mind. You are immortal. You are immortal. You are immortal spirit. You are goodness. You are the goodness of life. And you are a part of all of this. But practice each and every day. Return to the song of the oming gales, practicing each and every day. Lifting your mind each and every day, dissolving away the monsters of the mind. Stay as strong and healthy as you are able. Rub the dullness of the mind out. Become enthusiastic. Find something that you enjoy doing. It doesn't matter what it is. Take joy in it. Get some crayons and a coloring book, or get some crayons and paper and draw. Get some sand and build a sand castle. Do something. Take joy, but learn to play again. Do something that brings you joy. Get rid of the dullness and become enthusiastic about life. And let go of your doubts. Let go of the waffling, the back, the forth, the back, the forth, the back, the forth. Neti, neti, neti. Let go of the waffling. And remember, there are thoughts that are valid, thoughts that are true. And there are thoughts that are false. And within those false thoughts, there are those that look as if they are true. Always ask yourself, let me not look from this plane, but let me ascend upward and look down from my highest meditation place. Only in looking down can you see the horizon. You know, you've been up to high places, I'm sure. You've been up to mountains, I hope, and walked high places. And seen when you get to the heights, how one can see the miles and miles and miles and miles and miles of trees without end. And beyond them, ocean without end. Do not block out the sun with the thumb of your emotionality, with the thumb of your opinions, but lift up and ascend with your meditation. Now let us close our day today singing the song of the oming gales. Om Tat Sat Om, thou art that, thou art the Om, thou art the goodness of the Om. And so let us close again with that, focusing your attention at the sun center, or if you prefer, upon the altar, bringing together your energies to find the joy that you are, to find the happiness you are, to remember the goodness that you are, and to let go of those mind monsters. Let them go to sleep. They deserve a rest. Shanti. Close your eyes if you will, and focus your attention at the sun center. Turning your head to the left with a double exhalation. Bring your head back to the center. Begin to watch the breath. Inhaling to a full chalice. Exhaling. Inhaling again, exhaling. Inhaling a third time, exhaling. Now in your mind's eye, draw the Om, the Sanskrit Om, A-U-M-M. As you are able. For those of you who do not know, here's what it looks like. The Om is here, right? And I believe if you look next to the altar, you will also see the Om on the wall. Draw the Om in the mind's eye. And now let us chant together. We will chant the Om 12 times. No effort, no stress, no strain. Just focus on the mantra and become one with the Omingales, the Om. 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 Om Tat Sat Om. Thou art that. Aham Brahmasmi. Thou art the creator of thy life. Create beauty, create joy, create love. Draw goodness, the goodness that thou art. Draw this into your everyday existence. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi. Thank you for the blessing of your presence. Thank you for the joy it is to share the meditation with you. Thank you, Swami Navagrahananda, for your extra special help today. Extra special help. So appreciated. And to all of you, it is deep, deep joy to share these Sunday meditations with you, to feel your vibration, your building of the Sangha, and your sharing this love. Namaste. Remember your goodness, remember your kindness, and share that with others. Namaste.